Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Three of Pentacles channel. We are called the Three of Pentacles because we're three tarot card readers, and we like to read on world events, and also we do personal readings as well. We have our lovely Lynn.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, she's ready. She's all geared up. And we have Kaila, lovely, beautiful
Hi,
Kaila down here.
everyone. And
And
don't
my
forget
name,
beautiful Barbara. Not
Barbara.
my name is Barbara.
Yeah, my name is Barbara. I thank you for reminding me about that. And today, guess what? We're going to be reading on a really fun subject. Well, it could be fun for some people and interesting for others. And we're going to be reading on Disney World,
In Florida, in
Disney World
Orlando.
in Orlando, Florida, right up the street from me. And the question is going to be about Disney, not the regular questions that you ask about Disney, happy-go-lucky and all that type of stuff. There's other stuff that we're going to be reading about Disney, the Walt Disney Cold War weather control film. Now, they did a film back in 1959. It's called Eyes in Outer Space. You can see it. And it's about weather control. And the first question that comes to my mind, why would Disney do a movie about weather control? And in 1959 at that. So I guess we feel that they have to kind of let us know ahead of time what they're doing. And what better way to let us know with lovely fun Mickey Mouse and Disney. So we're going to be reading on that. And we have another question about it too. So let's get to the question. Let's get to the pool.
And so
So
just to let everybody know, this is just something we saw come up. I think it was on X. So we thought it was interesting information, and we like to read on, what is it? Is there truth to what someone is saying or not? And just like to play around and see what the cards have to say. Is there truth and integrity to it or not? Because this show had some details that were quite interesting. And seeing that this topic has come up I think in the last year only, as something that they may be doing, because before that, I don't think they were talking about it at all.
No, and I've actually got the little clip that we saw on X. If you want me to play that for everybody real quick. So
yeah, yes.
we'll,
How long
we'll
does
give
how
a
long is it?
it's 2 minutes, but I'm going to speed it up, and then we can provide them with the link to the actual movie if they want to go look at it too.
Chemical cloud seeders begin to work the two storm areas. Robot planes seed the clouds from above. The storm centers over Kansas and over Labrador. Intensify as seeding continues.
Now getting over Hurricane Center 18.
The fury of the hurricane mounts as 100-mile-an-hour winds lash the sea to a foaming frenzy.
All stations, Sector C. Activate Phase 2, Control Plan Delta. Set vapor rockets for 42,000 feet. Execute.
As an emergency measure, the controller calls for a salvo of vapor rockets to be fired ahead of the path the hurricane is predicted to take. These artificial clouds will block the sun from evaporating more water to feed the hurricane. The reports coming into the control centers indicate that the diversionary cloud seeding over Kansas is now creating a flood danger. Specially equipped robot aircraft are dispatched immediately to release a high concentration of cloud seeding material into the fringes of the storm. Heavier seeding from the ground also helps to subdue the rain by spreading it over a wider area. The controller calls for another view of the hurricane, which has now moved closer to the coast.
Okay, there you go.
Wow. So did I hear like seeding and doing all that stuff to
Seeding
create hurricanes?
and even a crazy special aircraft. That was interesting too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's enough to make anybody go, hmm. I mean, this was done in 1959, and
Yep.
and I believe this is from the Internet Archive.
Yes.
I had never seen this before.
Me
Never seen
either.
this. I mean,
Mhm.
we heard about weather modification and these types of things, but and it's public information by now, and hopefully we can say this on YouTube. Hopefully YouTube won't get mad at us because we're asking questions about the cloud seeding. It's public information
It
out
was
there,
an
so
actual movie that we're
Yeah.
asking about.
Yeah.
it's an
Yep.
actual movie. So that's what we're just talking. You pulling, Kyla?
Yeah.
Okay. How are you gonna ask the question?
So I was asking, is there, like they usually like to show us what they do because they have to in some way. Were they showing us truth and what they actually do here with this movie? So card number one is supposed to represent the movie.
Okay. All right. And like I said, it's public information right now. Everybody kind of knows that they probably use it to help certain places. I don't think it's all bad. I think they use it for some places that are really, really dry and they need some rain out there. And that's
Yeah,
a
but
good
why
way
aren't
to.
they doing that when you have crops that need to be, why didn't, if they can do the weather manipulation, why didn't they
I
turn it on
actually,
to set off the fires, to stop the fires?
that's what I was gonna say. I saw
Yep.
somebody mention that. So why didn't they
Yeah.
do that to stop
Yep.
the fires?
We
Yeah,
know they
that's a
can
good
do it,
question.
but why aren't they using it then for
For
Yeah,
good.
situations like this?
and that's a good question because you know that they're still using it today, not just in 1959.
Yep.
So, and who knows how long they were doing it before they made the movie, the Disney
Yep.
movie.
The tower
All
in
right.
the background.
That Three of Pentacles keeps coming out.
Yes.
We're popular today.
It's like y'all on point. You're flying over the target. Careful now.
Oh,
All
we do
right.
know that they said that movie was filmed with the DOD, Department of, ooh, what did I say it was?
Can we say it?
Oh,
You see that? Is that a thumbs up that you're getting up there, Lynn? I see a thumbs up on next to you.
where?
Oh, okay. It just went. It just.
Oh, no, I was trying to.
She got a thumbs up for that. So yeah. So they collaborated with, I don't know, the military
It
with
was,
that for that movie.
it was that's what I was looking, Department of Defense. I could not remember what Department of Defense. That's what
Okay.
we know they
DO,
collaborated with the Department of Defense to do this movie.
the DOD. Can we say that on YouTube? Without
DOD
getting.
should be able to. We'll find out.
Shall find out.
Stay
Please,
tuned.
YouTube. Look, we're a small channel. We ask a lot of questions, and we just we pull cards, and it's for entertainment purposes only. But we're just asking and pulling cards on it so we can share our thoughts. And if anybody wants to have any more information about this, just go to we'll go to the link, and everybody can look and
Do
you
your
can
own research.
vet it out for yourself.
Yep.
Just open your mind.
What are you seeing, Kyla?
Well, definitely a collaboration happening here with the Three of Pentacles for this movie. Knight of Wands is like I believe it's like inspiration, some sort of that Knight of Wands gives me the idea of some deep inner knowing being let out into this movie. There was agreements made that it has to be put on this. Then we have, interestingly enough, well, the tower in the background looks as if it's weather modification on its own, right?
Yep.
So it's like, manipulating things, causing things to happen. It can be small or it can be big.
As if it's been going on longer than 1959.
Yes.
Right?
Then we
Yeah,
have,
that's what I thought. Yeah.
yeah. And then in the environment, we have that Two of Pentacles is like weathering the storm kind of thing. So yeah, changing things around. That's interesting. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles as card number 2. How would you read that one?
Who is that representing?
So this would be whether they were showing us the truth or not. The movie would be card number 1, and then card number 2 gets into the actual question.
I would say there's truth to it for sure. And maybe that it was supposed to be used for the good of Earth and mankind.
So it can be used in 2 ways. That could be that Two of Pentacles as well.
Yep, for sure.
I would say that Nine of Pentacles, for who's learning tarot cards or who wants it, that woman standing there with the bird in her hand with all her coins around there, I feel that it probably cost a lot back in the day to make that movie kind of, in 1959, it probably cost a lot. The world card, I think how I read that, it was done around the whole world. Military around the world. That's the military card. And Knight of Wands usually comes up as our military world. And they were successfully doing it around the world. With the Four of Wands shows success. You arrived at something, you fell through a portal. So it was a successful thing. And like Kaila says, the tower, that just shows you the clouds and the lightning and everything that could be done.
Yep.
The Five of Pentacles over there, the guy that's really sad, and it looks a little he's
Disappointed at the 3 spilt cups.
Maybe people that had to do with this movie, maybe some of them did not want to participate with it, but they had to.
Could be.
That's how I read that, the disappointing type factor right there in the Ace of Pentacles. Maybe some people
And
that
with the Hermit card, it almost makes me think that it was like the galactics that made them show the world that that's what they were doing too. Because with the tower in the background, to me, like you said, shows that they've maybe been doing it longer. So maybe it was time for them to show us because they hadn't presented it to us.
yeah,
Right.
I felt that they were doing it way before they did the movie. The
Yep.
movie was
Oh,
from
yeah.
1959, and I think they were doing it before they did the.
Yep. I agree.
And
Yeah.
and I'm wondering, and maybe you can pull a couple of clarifiers, Kyla.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if anybody back there that saw the movie, or the people back then, what did they feel about it when they saw the movie, or did they show the movie? I mean, I don't know. Did they show the movie back then, or
They
did they just
probably did.
release this?
I'm sure they did. Yeah.
How did it affect the people mentally? The people that were they any people that were actually paying attention to it, or
Okay, so first card we have is the sun. So it was showing people what was
Mhm.
happening. Then we have the Three of Swords. So to those of them who it did get them thinking, and there was some heartbreak to realize just how easily things can be done, but then it caused some confusion. So we have the Seven of Cups here. It's causing some confusion. In their minds, they're not sure about, is this real? Is this not real? What's happening here?
Mhm.
It does say that the movie was released in the theaters June 18th, 1959. Walt Disney with the cooperation of the United States Department of Defense.
Well, it was at a movie theater,
Yep, it was at movie theaters, so they did actually release it. Yep.
so that probably gets us thinking about that Three of Swords that she got. Some people that actually saw the movie, it kind of hurt them and drove them to despair.
Could be.
And the Seven of Cups is not a positive emotional feeling. It's confusion. They were probably confused.
Well, it's also illusions. They might have thought that the movie was about something else, and then they got in and they're like, oh my God.
Yeah,
Could
they
be.
probably didn't think it was real, maybe.
Yep. Yep.
And the Sun card, it could also not only confirm that people actually thought about it, but it probably also confirms that, it had something to do with the sun. They probably thought, well, maybe that's why the sun is changing.
Yep.
Something to do with the physical sun up there. Or is the sun physical? Is that a physical sun up there?
I believe the sun is physical. Yeah.
If you start to question everything, it's like, I mean,
Yeah.
is the sky really blue? I mean, what makes the sky blue? It takes me back to when I was 4 or 5 years old. I used to ask questions about everything. So what do you think about those three clarifiers, Kyla, that you did? What were you saying?
You're muted, sweetie.
Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah.
I just
I
had
heard Liam.
sorry, that was my son.
Yeah,
So
Kyla's a mom.
those,
Kyla's a mom.
yeah,
And thank you for being a
busy
mom.
mom. Yeah,
We
with the
need more
sun.
moms like you.
Thank you. With the sun card, it's definitely showing people and shining a light. And so I think it had a lot of people thinking, and to them, it's like in their minds, I think in their subconscious, it was like, this looks quite possible. Is this what they're doing? But then with the Seven of Cups, it's like caused some confusion. And then I don't think anybody heard about it again.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I can't think of another movie since then that's even discussed weather manipulation.
Yeah,
So it's like they did it
exactly.
once, and I mean, it was so long ago. We just happened to stumble on it on X. I found it. I was like, oh my God, check this out. I didn't even know this movie existed. So it's
Right.
not like it was ever rerun. Like so many of the Disney movies are always played over and over later on TV, right? How come this one wasn't?
Because
Yeah.
it's just enough to let people know.
Yep.
And then you could remove it.
Yep, exactly.
But somebody, I think, recently, this is me thinking, Barbara thinking,
Somebody
recently found it, says, hey, let's show this. People
Yep.
need to see this.
Because this is Walt Disney and everybody loves Walt Disney, right?
Oh my gosh, I love Walt Disney. I mean, of course, not that all that other stuff. That's another video though, but
Yeah.
come on. I mean, I know some people that don't like Disney. And it's like it looks fake and fake happiness and everything, and then backstage the people that's kind of whatever. But yeah, I love all of that, all those parks. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I live here in Florida. Yeah, how could you not? But there's other things, other aspects to be considered
Yep.
when it comes to places
But
like
like you
that.
said, that's another movie. That's a deep dive that if we decide to do, we might have to do that one on Rumble.
Well, we'll do that on Rumble.
Rumble
And
only.
I think Kylo, you was going to say something about oh, well, maybe it was you, Lynn. It was going to say something about Disney. Are they exempt of
Well,
some?
that brings us up to our next question, right? I'm going to share the screen and play this. If there's truth and integrity to this post that was on X again about Walt Disney World, and this has to stem doing with the battle between Ron DeSantis and Disney, because Disney's always had their own exemptions from laws and taxes and so forth, and Ron DeSantis was trying to take them away, and Disney's like, ah, ah, ah. So we'll play this video for everybody.
On this story, Jeremy, but basically Ron DeSantis tried to take away Disney World's rights of self-governance since they're pushing all the child grooming stuff lately. And Disney World came back and was like, not so fast. We only answer to the crown. And this is just almost hilarious if you know what's going on, because they would never, ever admit this unless they were forced to in a situation like this. But they basically admitted, like, you don't have jurisdiction over us because we're owned by Britain. So for those of you who are, like, confused by this, apparently the land that Disney World is on is owned by the crown.
What?
Since like 1960, Disney World has basically been a tax-free sovereign district, you know, exempt from taxes and anything to do with federal statutes. And they basically claim to just be like an apolitical charity. You know, Disney does a lot of charity work so that they can be tax exempt. Then they started pushing all this woke stuff, and so Ron DeSantis was like, all right, guys, you want to get involved in politics? Then let's do politics. We're going to take away your tax exempt status in Florida. But then Disney World came back and pulled out this clause from the British Bill of Rights, which is a royal clause that dates back to like 1692. And it says that essentially Britain has sovereignty over any territory of the crown until the last descendant of King Charles III has passed. And
What?
How crazy is that, right?
but
Oh my goodness. Can that be true?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, I mean, the District of Columbia is not sovereign U.S. It's its own sovereign territory. And I believe the Vatican is its own sovereign territory, as is parts of London. London, England, are also.
In Italy, not only is the Vatican sovereign, there's another part called San Marino. They have their own rules and they're sovereign as well. And that's right smack in the middle of Italy. So
Yeah.
there could be a possibility that I just,
All right, Barbara, pull
so
those cards
basic-
and let's see if it is true, if there's truth and integrity to that. Does
I think it's only right for me to do it because I'm down here in Florida
Yep,
and
yep.
I'm a hop and skip away from Disney and I love Disney and those parks and everything like that. Minus that other nastiness that
Yeah. I've been to Disney. I went to Disney World 3 times as a kid because we moved to Florida, and on our way there we went, and on the way back we went. I think we went one other time. Oh, I went as an adult. I went as a teenager. I went with my my baby sisters. They were like 14 and 15 years younger than me. I think I remember going taking them young too. And then I've actually been to Disneyland in California too with my stepdaughter.
Well, it's just nothing amazes me anymore. But actually, things keep amazing me. It does.
Just when we think we got a grip on everything, they throw us something else.
I mean, how much more of this stuff is it that's coming out that we just really don't know?
It's never ending, I'm sure.
And he pulled up those articles too. I love when we do videos when people pull up articles to kind of back up what they're saying and or just kind of like you can go out and find out yourself, because if like I don't believe that video, I don't believe what the Three of Pentacles are pulling in cards, I'm gonna go. But please, if you don't believe it or if you want to know more,
do your own research.
Do your own research. We did some research. You got to do yours, and you got to figure out what's going on.
We'll link that Jack Straw post from X as well as the movie on this video down below in the description.
Yeah, we're not influencers here. We don't want to influence you to believe anything. We just want
Because we just happen to see this and we're just pulling
Yeah,
cards
we
to
want
if
to
it's
see,
true
is
or not.
there
Is
anything
there
to it?
truth?
So,
Exactly. So what's up? So I asked, was the information in this video true and have integrity to it?
a soft yes for sure, huh?
I got a
That
soft yes for sure,
there.
yeah. And the moon card and the King of Cups is already showing me that there's hidden mysterious stuff
Yeah.
about all this
Mhm.
Like
information. And the
I think it
fourth.
was true, but maybe not so much anymore.
Yeah, you see that King of Cups, he can be kind of messed up sometimes, like psychologically,
Yep.
especially when he has that Five of Swords on top
Yep,
of him,
top.
and on the bottom, the moon is like, you don't want to deal with that guy.
Yep. The moon is definitely could be death with the fighting. I think they fought long and hard over this. I think it was true that it was, but maybe not anymore. With Justice and the Hangman over there too, and the Chariot.
And
We
the
have several
information,
cards of hidden stuff, the Four of Swords, the Moon. Then we have the is Judgment card and the Hanged Man. And so it's asking people to look at things in a different way with the Hanged Man next to the Justice. But it's like definitely a wake-up call that there's a lot more going on that we're seeing.
And I think that relates to the Page of Swords and the Littles, possibly there too. I think there's a lot of that as well.
Mhm.
And that might have even been some of the battling with the Five of Swords.
the universe with these cards that are calling us to action, to take a look and look up this stuff for yourself. Like we always say, the Judgment, this is a call to action card. Can you see that?
I
Yep.
hear there you go, Barb.
You got the angel in the sky, waking up the dead, blowing the horn, waking up the dead.
Yep.
So it's something that's going to wake up people and have you thinking. And the hangman, people think that the hangman, oh, that's a scary card. The hangman is not a man being hung. But because if you turn it upside down, you look at him, he's in a yoga position. He's comfortable and he has a halo around his head.
Yep.
And usually
a
a halo usually doesn't mean like you're angelic and you're a good person. It means that you've gotten to a certain knowledge. So that means kind of like, open your mind to stuff that you are presented with and just don't take it for base value. Vet it out yourself and see what you get. We're not trying to convince anybody.
Yeah,
but we're just sharing
we're
our
looking for
thoughts.
answers. We want to see what the cards have to say. Barbara, can you pull 2 more clarifiers and
Sure.
see if the crown, whether it still does or did it own the land that Disneyland in California was on as well?
I guess they did at one time because the 10s are endings. And this is also a facade card. Maybe a lot of people didn't know that they did own it. And it was a facade that maybe the United States owned it or something like that. Let's take another one. Look at the Queen of England.
Yep. All the way down to King Charlie Pants, right? Isn't it interesting how
royalty
that it would end with the death of King Charlie Pants? How long ago was that written? How did they even know? I don't know.
But interesting that this is the Queen of Cups. Did it end with the
Queen?
Of the Queen?
Could have been. Yep.
And that's interesting.
Yep.
Queen, that's royalty right there. Royalty.
Yep.
It's the end of royalty. So that's oh my goodness.
So overall, we say there was truth and integrity to what that video said.
There's also more hidden stuff with that video as well. So it does look like it's not as simple as he's saying it. There's more to it.
Yep.
But I need some.
Thank you. Yep.
Save that to that one. Oh, have mercy. Yeah. Did you want to do anything with your pendulum with that question with this?
Did you guys want me to, or I think we're pretty good with the pendulum.
Good job. Okay, there you go.
Guys, I think we've got it pretty good. Well, we can just say, higher self pendulum. Did we get our reading on this question on Disneyland being owned correct? Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
With all that, still need to clear this energy. We need to smoke it.
We know, we know more of some of that hidden stuff, and people are going to have to do their own research.
Okay, YouTube, this is just Sage. You know, we are intuitive people, so we have to clear the
Clear the
use
energy.
who's Catholic? Don't they use this in the Catholic churches when they swing
No,
that?
they use frankincense and myrrh.
Ah, okay,
Frankincense and
okay.
myrrh.
Well, same thing, same
Which
thing.
I think it's something different anyway, because when I burn frankincense and myrrh, it doesn't smell nearly as bad as it does in the Catholic Church. So I don't know what they've added to it.
Oof. Anyway,
But
all right.
no,
All right. Well,
It's interesting.
did you want to add anything, Kaila?
I think we're good.
You, Lynn, did you want to add anything?
no, I think we're good. I think we're good.
All
People
right,
start
well-
doing your work. Digital soldiers, go out there and find out more about Disney.
Yeah. We're glad that you're watching the video, but just go out and take the links and do your own research and comment below and let us know what you think. If we're wrong about the cards, or we're wrong about what we think, or we're wrong about what we're saying, please let us know. It doesn't matter if we're wrong or right. What's important is that you comment.
Yeah.
If you like
And
to
if
share
you have
stuff.
any questions or anything you want us to pull cards on,
Please let us know. Yes, we always love to hear from you.
Yep.
Exactly. So thank you for watching from the Three of Pentacles. Arrivederci.
Bye,
Au
everyone.
revoir.